Hello students, today we are going to discuss the topic trigonometric equations. So first of all, what is the meaning of trigonometric equation? Any expression having equal sign, that means equation, and involving trigonometric ratios or function is called trigonometric equations. So that means the moment when you write sine theta is equal to t 1 by 2, this simple expression is called trigonometric equation. Now obviously, what is the scope of trigonometric equation? We will try to solve and to find the angle which is unknown in the trigonometric equation. Now if we compare trigonometric equation with algebraic equation, so if I write x is equal to 2, it has only one solution. If I write x square plus 3x plus 2 is equal to 0, that means quadratic equation, it has maximum two solutions. But in trigonometry there is different system. A single equation may have infinite many solutions. For example, if sine theta is equal to half, then theta may be 30 degree, maybe 150, and if I keep on adding 360 degree to these angles, I can get infinite many angles. So there can be two types of solution in trigonometric equation. One is general solution and one is principal solution. Now principal solution is called a solution which lies between 0 to 360 degree. So those angles are called principal solution. Like if sine theta is equal to half, theta is 30 degree and 150 degree. So these two angles are principal solution. But when I say sine theta is equal to half, along with 30 and 150, if I keep on adding 360 degree, so all these angles along with 30 and 150 are called general solution. That means we can say general solution include principal solution also. Remember this. So principal solution you can say are particular case of general solution. Now next thing, some results are there for general solution. One is sine theta is equal to 0. So when sine theta is 0, theta may be 0, 180, 360, 540, 720 and so on. So in general we can write theta is equal to n pi where n belongs to z. Z is integer. So this is very important to mention that n is z, because if we don't mention n as z and someone puts n as half, so theta becomes pi by 2, for which sine is not 0. So it's very much important to mention n as integer. Now this represent all infinite angles, so this is called general solution. Similarly, cos theta is 0, so theta may be 90, 270, 450, 630 and so on. So it is odd multiple of 90 where n belongs to z. Now tan theta means sine by cos, and a fraction is 0 when its numerator is 0. So it has same result of sine. Similarly, cot theta is 0, that means cos upon sine is 0, so that means it has same formula as of cos theta is equal to 0, that means theta is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2 where n belongs to z. Now let us observe some more results about general solution. Now when two sines are equal, then normally, like sine theta is equal to sine alpha, then we say theta is equal to alpha. This is very basic solution. But general solution says it is n pi plus minus 1 raised the power n alpha where n belongs to z. Let us see how does it work. Sine theta is equal to half, and half I can written pi by 6. So that means theta is equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised the power n pi by 6. Here I strongly recommend that please use only angle in circular system or radian. Don't write angle in degree, because the standard result uses angle in radian and pi. So that is why. Now if I put n is equal to 0 here, so n is equal to 1, so theta is pi minus pi by 6, that means 5 pi by 6. Similarly, if I put n is equal to 2, theta is 13 pi by 6. So all these are solution of this equation. Now when two causes are equal, that means theta is equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha where n belongs to z. So this result, let us see how does it apply. So cos theta is equal to half. Half is cos pi by 3. So theta is equal to 2n pi plus minus pi by 3. So when n is equal to 0, theta is just pi by 3 or minus pi by 3. Both will give you cos theta is half. When n is equal to 1, so theta is 2 pi plus pi by 3, that means 420. And theta is 2 pi minus pi by 3, that is 300. Again both will give you angle half, and so on. So when two tans are equal, that means theta is equal to n pi plus alpha, where n belongs to z. Again let us see how does it work. Tan theta is equal to 1, or 1 is equal to tan pi by 4. So theta is equal to n pi plus pi by 4, where n belongs to z. Now if you put n is equal to 0, theta is pi by 4, which is true because tan pi by 4 is 1. If you put n is equal to 1, theta is 5 pi by 4, again for which tan is 1, and so on. Now when suppose we are having sine square theta is equal to 1 by 4, that means 1 by 2 whole square, or sine square pi by 6. If someone says to solve this equation, so obviously we will take square root and there will be plus minus 1 by 2. So two cases will arise and we have to solve these two equations. So but we have result from which we can straight away get the values if two squares are equal. So if sine square theta is equal to sine square alpha, then theta is equal to n pi plus minus alpha. This result is similar to tan theta is equal to tan alpha. Difference is that here it has n pi plus alpha only, here it has n pi plus minus alpha. And I call this result as 6 in 1 formula, because same is true if two tan square are equal, same is true if two cos square are equal, same for cosecant square, same for secant square, and same for cot square. So I am not writing those results, so this is sufficient. So that means from here I can use this formula. So sine square theta is equal to sine square pi by 6, or theta is equal to n pi plus minus pi by 6. Now let us use these results for solving some equation, like solve sin x plus sin 2x plus sin 3x. Clearly I can observe that 3x plus x is 4x and its half is 2x. So we can apply CD formula here. So 2 sin 2x cos x is there, plus sin 2x. Now my target is to reduce the number of terms and to convert them into factors. Because if in algebra, if a plus b is equal to 0, you can't say either a 0 or b 0. But if a into b is equal to 0, then sure either a 0 or b 0. So I want to reduce terms into factors, so that I have applied this formula. Now I am taking sin 2x common, so that now either sin 2x 0 or this bracket 0. When sin 2x 0, that means theta is equal to n pi, or 2x is equal to n pi and x is equal to n pi by 2, where n belongs to z. And when 2 cos x plus 1 is equal to 0, so cos x is equal to minus half, or minus cos pi by 3, or cos pi minus pi by 3. So x is equal to 2n pi plus minus 2 pi by 3. So overall n pi by 2 and 2n pi plus minus 2 pi by 3, these are two solutions of this equation where n belongs to z. This is very important to write, n belongs to z. Next is solve sin 3 theta is equal to cos 2 theta. So we have result for which sine is equal to sine or cos is equal to cos, but we have no standard result for sine is equal to cos. So obviously I have to change either sine or cos. So I am writing cos theta as sine 90 minus theta. After that I will apply the formula for sin theta is equal to sine alpha. So theta is equal to n pi plus minus alpha. Now I can't leave question here because I have theta in the left hand side as well as right hand side. So I have to represent theta exclusively. So for which two cases arise, when n is odd and n is even. When n is odd, obviously minus 1 raised to the power n become negative. So it becomes 3 theta is equal to n pi minus in the bracket pi by 2 minus theta, and I'll open the bracket. After that shifting the term of theta in the left hand side, and I will get this result. Now when n is even, so minus 1 raised to the power n become plus. Again I'll open the bracket, I shift the terms to the left hand side, term containing theta, and from here theta is equal to n pi by 5 plus pi by 10. So both these result, this and this, will make the solution. So n pi theta is equal to n pi minus pi by 2 comma n pi by 5 plus pi by 10, where n belongs to z. Finally last question of today is 5 cos square theta plus 7 sin square theta minus 6 is equal to 0. Clearly I want to change either cos square or sin square so that there should be single trigonometric ratio in this question. So I am writing sin square theta as 1 minus cos square theta, and after simplifying the terms I'll get minus 2 cos square theta plus 1 is equal to 0, or cos square theta is equal to half. Half means 1 by root 2 square, so cos square pi by 4. And just now we have studied the formula कि when 2 cos square are equal, theta is equal to n pi plus minus pi by 4, where n belongs to z. So hope you have got all these questions. So that's it. That's all for today. Take care. Have a nice day. Thank you.